Oh, the dream game. It's almost as elevating as I just did from underneath the desk. Guys, today we've got another dream game video, and I'm sorry if I'm doing too many of them. This is genuinely the only project I'm having fun on right now, and there's just something different about the motivation for it recently. Anyways, we could talk about it all day long, or we could actually work on it and start making more progress to where you guys will hopefully soon be able to see it. Well, see it in game. Now, as always, first things first, we've got some buildings made. If we made every building on video, I think the videos would just be way too long. Anyways, we have these few buildings made, and they are gonna go on this beach walk right here, just as a way to liven up this side of the town. Let's delete all of these placeholders, and let's add in the new buildings. We'll have something like this for now. We can always move them or change them around later if we need to. Right here, we have Golden's Apparel, which has the misguided merch in it for now, but that will all be changed once the actual Golden merch gets designed, because the misguided merch is sold exclusively at Misguided. Makes sense. Now, I know a couple buildings on the beach walk aren't as crazy as adding 5 skyscrapers like we did last time, but we've got plenty more to do. If we take a look at our Explorer, I'm almost horrified with how bad it looks. It's not organized. There's a ton of stuff called model, and it's definitely not a great workspace for myself or for the team. So we definitely need to organize that. Right now, let's just scroll all the way up, and let's go ahead and collapse all. Now, here's the workspace. As you can see, a bunch of stuff still not collapsed. Everything should be in folders, and everything should just look nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that real quick. It's not gonna be a fun process. Like, look at me, guys. Okay, here's a tree. All right, some more trees, some ferns, okay. More trees, yep, It's literally gonna be this. Okay, I grabbed all the trees, and now we're gonna move those into the studio workspace, and then into environmental assets, and then, yeah, it's gonna be a boring process. And just like that, the workspace it's just bearable. It's better now, all right? Loading screen set, we don't need that. And the rest of this is kind of needed, at least for right now. So, next thing on the agenda for what we need to do today, I'm simply gonna call it, how can I say this PG-wise? Unmessing up parts of the map, okay? So, we have a little bit of suspension on the bike, but with how it works right now, there's basically a center point, and if that hits something too hard or anything like that, you crash, right? Anyways, we have a lot of small little ramps or slopes on the map that are not too satisfying when you hit those. I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about and then show you how we're gonna fix it. All right, so we got a bike, and I'm talking about these in the city. Like, it's not that cool, you know? And maybe that's just because the suspension is not good enough yet, but for now, I think I'm just gonna turn those all to Can Collide False, as well as Can Quarry False. Yes, that does mean you'll go a little bit into the ground on each of them, but I think that's a lot more satisfying still than just like bouncing off of them whenever you're trying to do something. I am so gonna try to cheat the system. Can I just do this? Sidewalk wedge. Yeah. In fact, instead of selecting all of these, I bet we could just do a command down here that turns everything named sidewalk wedge to can collide false. So let's try to just do that. All right, I was definitely making that a bit harder than it needed to be. I didn't realize selecting models is actually okay, and you're not going to change anything about the model. So I could drag this all the way down, grab everything, like shift select, let studio freeze for a little bit. It'll be okay. Hopefully it'll be okay, because this is not exactly good. Come on, studio. I do believe that we can select. Oh wow, I tried selecting 3,000 parts. Oh god. All right, fellas, long story short, Roblox has crashed twice. And yeah, we decided, check this out, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Robo wrote us this nice little command, and all I have to do is press enter, and now all 3,000 of these parts. As you can see, absolutely nothing happened. We got one little error, so we're just gonna kind of delete that and paste the new one in, and there you go. Can Collide and Can Quarry is off, And I think we're gonna need to do it for this as well. What are these called? Center road grass. Okay. All right, Robo has edited this for us, and now it's gonna do absolutely everything. A bit longer of a command, but we should be good to go to test the game, and that issue should be resolved. This is sort of a band-aid over a bigger problem, if you will, but sometimes band-aids are nice, right? Band-aids heal stuff. All right, let's hop on over to the bike and see if that fixed our problem. I think there could be one more issue. No, there's not. It's good to go. Now, there is a little bit of a bump right there to get back on the road, but the bike handles that just fine. That is so nice. It does look like there's one part, the end piece of each of these. Maybe not. Yo, that's pretty good. Now we can definitely move on. So we have organized the workspace, added a couple new buildings, and fixed that little, I'll just call it less than satisfaction bug type thing we had going on. The next thing I want to do is make a new garage. Now, we have a garage, and it looks like this. However, I just feel like it's not good enough anymore. A while back ago, I started working on this build, which was going to be like sort of my perfect home, something that I would hope to build in the future, and I started it and quickly realized I did not plan it enough at all. Like, this house turned out way too big for just me and my dogs and my girls, so we did do the garage on it. And I think it looks pretty good. With a little bit of editing, I think this would look way better as the Dream Game Garage. Boom! Just like that, the new garage, guys, it's pretty nice, man. I'm gonna have to change the ground or just bring in that material variant because this is not exactly it, cheap. And just like that, the ground looks a billion times better. There's some really cool stuff that I added in here. We have this design on the floor, which I think just helps break it up a lot more. And then these lights, which also look pretty cool going around the bike when there's one sitting there. The last thing I wanted to do on the actual map today, before we get into any bike system changes or anything, is adding in the better, cooler ramps. The old ones we have were cool if we still had the old game, but everything is getting updated, being made better, and overall it's crazy to see how far we've come since the beginning. Now, by no means am I adding all of these ramps into the game. This is sort of just a fun stunt place, not really anything more. However, this ramp is sort of the perfect one that I envisioned putting into the game. So let's do that. We have it right here, and let's place some around. Wow, that is massive. Might even need to scale these down just for the actual place here. Oh yeah, quite a bit better. These look so much better than the old ramps too. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do before getting too far and too crazy, everything organized. So this one is boost ramp, and this one will be just ramp. And what I'm gonna do is make those into a folder, and we'll call that folder ramps. Perfect. Now we need to remove everything on this that has to do with boost, aka the speed pad and the beams. Bro, the game's getting better every single day. I already know what I want to try. We're duplicating these ASAP. We're taking them to the other side of the map. There is one spot that I think people are going to hit some pretty insane clips at, especially with a boost ramp, okay? So we're going to put this right here. And I guess we don't even really need the non-boost ramp. And I gotta hit it, guys. I gotta just see how far you fly. All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for, and by all, I pretty much just mean me. Oh, yes, bro. That is so sick. Oh my gosh, I'm about to play this game just in this place for a whole hour after I make this video. I have more fun testing this game than playing any other game on Roblox, and that's gotta be saying at least something. Now, there is one problem with the bike system that I would like to address today, and that is the wheelies. Wheelies are sort of the most important part of this game, and you can't really put them down once you pick them up, unless you get all the way to like 0 miles an hour. So it's basically, hey, do a wheelie, and then you have to wait for the game to put the wheel down before you can do the next trick, and that is not realistic at all, nor is it too fun when you're going for cool combos. So if we go into the test place right now, hop on a bike, and let's go ahead, get to a straight spot, and do a wheelie, maybe pick up a little bit of speed, wheelie, wheelie, look at this. I am not playing the game, and if I wanted the wheelie to come down, I have to wait till now. And if I just wanted to make the wheel come down, I can do it, but look how long it takes, right? Let's say I'm pressing W, or not W, I'm pressing S right now, and it's just like a delay, right? So I want to fix that. And by I want to fix that, I mean, I'm going to ask Panda to fix that. I think Panda got that fixed, and I'm about to test it for the first time right now. So we're doing a wheelie and brakes. Oh, that's so much better. Let's pick up some speed. Wheelie, brakes. Yes, bro. That's so much better. So now if I'm going for a clip, I can wheelie, I can come down. Okay, it still is a bit like, maybe if you get to like that balance point, let me see. So if you get to here, it still takes like almost a near stop to slow down. It's better because anytime before then, I don't know. It worked and now it doesn't. Is it the gear? Let me see, first gear. Wheelie, guys, I literally just recorded it working and now it doesn't. Panda, if you're watching this, bro, I don't know how I broke it, man. Down, that was good. Okay, the whole point though, guys, is I want it to snap down wheelies right when you're not pressing basically Control and W at the same time. If you're letting it go or hitting your brakes, it should instantly be putting that wheel back on the ground. Well, I guess letting it go can coast, but if you're hitting the brakes, it should be slamming that wheel back down so you don't die. And I don't want it making you fully stop. So if we're like this, I'm all the way back down to nothing. So that's gonna be the next thing we're working on. And in the next Dream Game video, of course, there will be more city improvements, more map improvements, but there's also gonna be the whole garage. And by that, I don't mean the garage build, I mean all of the UI and being able to customize your bikes. And guys, we're gonna finally start seeing some of the actual gameplay come to life. Super excited about it. I'm gonna have to talk with Panda and figure out how to get these wheelies to come down right when we want them to. But other than that, let's get into our 2 questions for the day. Question number 1, nice, short and sweet. What microphone do you use? This is the Shure SM7B, and it's a good mic, but I don't overly think I would recommend it to like anybody, really. I mean, I'd be just as fine with the Blue Snowball, or I mean the Blue Yeti, which is like a quarter of the price, and it doesn't have all these extra cables and audio interfaces and cloud lifters and guys, this is the Shure SM7B, but if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, it's definitely way overkill. Question number 2, how I submit a game. I got a new game I made and it's not that popular. I'm guessing you're talking about the Fan Asked Why His Game Is Failing series, and you just gotta send it to me on Discord. I skip over 90% of the games, which is crazy that we still end up with bad games. There's a weird disconnect, right? The viewers say it's obvious why this game is failing, but when you're a new developer, it might not be too obvious. So I try not to put all bad games in one video and try to make some bad, some good. And yeah, I would just send it to me on Discord and, you know, it'll get there at some point. But guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today. The Dream Game motivation is actually insane. We should see an alpha within like, I'd say a month or 2. Yeah, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Later.